So Matt, big fight this weekend for Lucas, who obviously you manage. Lucas Browne is fighting Richard Towers. What's your assessment of the fight?
Yeah, look, it'll be the third time that we've been scheduled for this fight. Third time lucky, hopefully, for us. So it's going to be a great heavyweight fight. Both guys can crack. It's probably a fight I don't see going the distance one way or the other. I know Lucas has trained very hard for the fight. You can see that by the shape he's in at the moment. So I'm looking forward to the fight. I think we'll get a favourable result.
Do you think Lucas has surprised a lot of people with the way he's come on in the last 12 months? Obviously he's picked up some big wins like James Toney. So is Towers maybe in for a rude awakening?
Look, I think he very well could be. I think he's definitely improved in the last 12 months. I think he's a work in progress. I think everyone sort of probably acknowledges that too. He's a guy that hasn't had any amateur fights. He had, I think, maybe 10 mixed martial arts fights. Obviously, it's a completely different sport. And I think that his development, even from the last time he was over here in England, is noticeable. People are commenting on it. I think that he'll only continue to improve. As Ricky says, he's a fast learner. He picks things up quickly. Yeah, I think we'll probably see on Saturday night just how much he's improved.
What do you make of Towers as well? Obviously, he's got that English style. A little unusual for a heavyweight. Do you think that could be a little bit tricky? Yeah,
it could be. I fairly well expect Richard to give Lucas some tough rounds in the beginning. He is awkward. The Ingles have, they've got a list of champions a mile long, and they do sort of fight in a similar style. They can be quite awkward, and I think Lucas could find it difficult to begin with until he sort of closes the gap. And once he closes the gap, I think that could be the end of the show. We'll see what happens though.
Now, not want to look beyond this fight, but say Lucas wins on Saturday, what's next for him? He's in the top 15 with the WBC, but still look at Commonwealth title?
Yeah, that's the plan. Look, as you said yourself, you don't want to overlook the fight. We've given Richard Towers so much respect. They get on well, obviously, as friends as well. We're not looking past him at all. Obviously, it's a Commonwealth title eliminator, so you can't help but sort of think what could be next. At this point in time, Dave Price is the Commonwealth champion. He hasn't defended that title for, I think, nearly over a year and a half now, so I'd have to go and have a look on BoxRec, but he hasn't defended it for a while. So he's apparently told Ricky that he is prepared to defend against the winner. If that happens to be Lucas, which we hope it will be, we'll jump at that opportunity. It's been a long time between drinks since Australia's had a heavyweight Commonwealth champion, 1892, Peter Jackson. So we're probably due. What do you think?
Yeah, make a little bit of history.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, there's been a few guys that have come over and challenged for the title. Bob Mirovic springs to mind. Carly Meehan as well. And they came up short in those particular fights. We're hoping that Lucas can get the job done firstly on Saturday night and then look to go one better, whether that be against David Price or someone else. We'd like to have a shot at David Price. We're more than confident that he can get the job done against David. Whether it's over here or in Australia, either way it's a big fight for Australian boxing.
What have you made of Lucas's fan base as well? Because although he's the away fighter this weekend, he seems to have the crowd behind him.
You're spot on. He is really interactive with his fans on Twitter and Facebook and all forms of social media, and that's to his credit. I think you hit the nail on the head. He could very well be the better supported fighter on the night. So that's only going to be a good thing for us. He's very interactive. If anyone ever wants to get a photo with him, he accommodates them. If he an autograph, whatever, he'll go that extra mile. So he enjoys doing it. It's something that he actually enjoys doing. So it's not false or it's actually him. That's him down to earth. You've only got to speak to him. He's about as down to earth as you get. So look, hopefully they all come out and support us on the night. We're confident that we will have a good supporter base there.
You might win a few more over.
Well, if the performance is what we're hoping it's going to be, he will win a few more over. It's going to be a hard fight. We're not underestimating him at all. I mean, Towers, I think, is 6'8". He's a big lad himself. He can crack. I think he's got 11 knockout wins from 14 bouts. He's undefeated. He's fought some half-decent guys. We've seen a few things that we think we can capitalise on. Obviously, he's been out of the ring for a while now, maybe just over a year. So, but by the same token, he's been sparring some fantastic fighters like David Hay and the Klitschko's and things like that. So, we're not writing him off at all. We're giving him the respect he deserves.
Excellent. Well, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.